So in the week down, does Brother Goodfellow wander past? Do I get to spend a bit of time with my mentor, Brother Goodfellow?
He does, but I actually wanted to go over a few details about him with you as well. Just more about who do you perceive him to be? Like, what sort of person do you perceive him to be? In terms of, like, is he a prankster? Is he a joker? Is he a wise, wonderful leader? I don't know, like, the personality sort of types, just so I'm not, like, doing any misjustice by you.
Is he a stern arsehole?
Well, do you want me to do that off camera some other time then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's fine. Yeah, you can certainly spend some time with him. My intention is for him to be wandering past at this point, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to recap, and I think Reese already did it, but just to redo it again. Basically, I think we left it off. Julia is going to be spending about a week, she said, in Nesta, just helping out rebuilding the place. Which basically, I'm going to give you guys a week of downtime, so you can do whatever you want in that time. If you wanted to go to Lingmel, we can do that. Because stuff might happen in Lingmel. But
by all means, I want to watch this.
Can I try practice with the bow a little bit that I picked up?
You can.
Just find an archery range and practice it a little bit.
There's no archery range. You can certainly find
There's a farm with hay.
Tree. No, I'll just go into the forest and start firing at trees.
Go
trees are solid, they're going to break your arrows.
Try and shoot the bees down in the bee farm.
How about no?
Yeah,
good training.
Let's royally screw up this village while we're here.
And no honey for anybody.
No, I'll just
I had a McDonald's earlier. It's fucking glorious.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I had a couple this weekend. So, yeah.
Couple? You had a couple?
Wow.
I had one when I was growing up.
I had one because...
Actually, I only had one.
I had one because I had to get petrol, and it's Sunday, so the shop's shut. So I had to... Well, not for petrol, but I needed milk and stuff as well. So I had to rush out because Nova took a big, long nap between, like, 12:30 and 3. So when she woke up and stuff, it was like quickly rush to get her out before everything shuts at 4. And I had to get petrol, and then we got back, and she was like, chippies, and chicken and chippies, which she means McDonald's. So I was like, get back in the car. Joy.
Chicky dips.
Chicky dips.
She
loves them.
Mixed up.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'll try to find somewhere just to practice shooting a bow a little bit.
You can certainly start firing, but you have no guidance or anything on how that works, so that might take you a very long time.
I'll ask Lance if he knows anything about bows.
He knows nothing about bows. I mean, Lance, you feel free.
I know a diddly squat. You're on your own there.
Cool.
You have an ex-captain military.
You point the arrow that way.
I'll answer. Can I ask Fervum?
You can, yeah. Fervum isn't a bow, he isn't an archer. You haven't met an archer. You did bump into one last session. Quinky-dinkly.
Did I? I can't even remember.
Did you? Yes. Yes, you did.
Well, the guy with the trailer, was it?
No.
I can't even remember, to be honest.
Anyway.
My mind's gone blank.
So yeah, you guys are free to sort of do what you want. If you want to go to Lingmel, then we can do that as well.
And would it be worth just working your way around each of us one by one just to see what we want to do?
Probably, yeah. So Graham, you just want to spend some time. What I'm going to say as well in this week of downtime, providing you're spending it together, because this is the other thing. If Julia is staying in Nesta and you guys are going off somewhere, that causes troubles. Don't split the party. But does anyone have any plans? This mic is doing it on actually going anywhere different.
Could I actually head to Masterton early and see if I can find someone to train me a little bit with a bow?
You've already met someone with a bow. I clearly labelled him as having a bow.
I can't remember.
Was it one of the guards?
Yeah, it was one of the patrol guys from last
I was
session.
about to say, if I was to guess, it'd be one of the two guys that got their ass kicked.
Well, it was the guy that didn't get his ass kicked.
I thought you were still done in Lingmar, though.
He is down in Ningmal.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Ah.
I say that because I wanted to remember it, but, you know.
I'm
Know where Graham's going?
I am slowly trying
Yep.
to introduce you to people that can potentially help you with things as well. So bear that in mind. People that
Key
you
things
meet,
you
I'm
need
not
to pick
throwing
up
in for the sake of it.
Okay, well, can I head
Like-
down to
So
Lingmar
just to
and try to find
just to
that
clarify,
guy?
for stream purposes, I guess the way the level up we're doing, or the way I'm doing level ups in this is going to be very different. So when people level up, they basically only get a health pool. Outside of that, they don't get any of their abilities. They don't get any of their class stuff. They basically have to train and work for that sort of stuff. So it's going to be more of a gradual progression. So as you level up, you'll inevitably be getting stronger, and you'll be able to take on more things, be able to kill stuff. But generally speaking, it's not going to be as big of an impact as it might be if you were just randomly getting skills. It also leaves things open for players to do what they want with their characters. So if they wanted to train in certain things, or if they wanted to just go slightly off their class, then they can do that. Pick up abilities from other classes and that sort of stuff. Generally speaking, spellcasting is slightly different though. So unless you're a spellcaster, you're probably not going to be able to pick up spells. But you could look into it. And that also goes with spells. So people don't know spells innately.
No.
They don't just pick up new spells. They'll have to actually get taught spells.
Basically, this is a perfect time to become an Eldritch Knight and
Yeah.
make it good.
I'm just going to bear it back
guess.
real quickly, and I'm going to eat food, so I'm just going to turn my webcam off whilst I eat food, so you don't have to witness that.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be the highlight of the stream.
He has to like make his bed and stuff afterwards as well, because it gets brutal.
Yeah. It gets really messy.
Cool.
Anyway, I'll be right back.
So yeah, does anybody? Okay, I'll do what you said. I think has Ulrich disappeared?
He said he was restarting his PC.
Okay. It's messing my cameras.
If I can, I'd like to visit my significant person and just ask him one or two things.
Cool.
That's
What
it.
is their name?
That would be a question.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I just said to Dave, I'd like to know a little bit about that person, just so we can roleplay things and I can get.
Yeah, I know.
understanding.
But like that's why I'm not gonna like go into like a proper roleplay. But I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna ask him one or two questions about things. That's it. So I'm not gonna introduce him yet. I can't hear anyone.
None of us are stalking.
It helps if I
was
don't
trying.
if I unmute myself. No, I was just saying that person for both you and Dave is probably going to be important, because they're probably going to be the only person that can teach you spells for the time being. So you might be leaning on those people to teach you up.
Yeah, I know.
until
I
you
was
find
planning to
others.
write him on this week, but just a lot of shit has happened this week, so it's been inconvenient.
And now it's even more so, because now you can't do
Yep.
stuff. So do it. You don't need to write it up. I just need to understand like what sort of person they are, like what's their personality, sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
That's mainly all I need. And if you've got names and stuff, that's always useful. Dave, you said you wanted to speak. What was his name? Toes. what's your guy's name?
No, I can't. I'm not telling you his nickname. He's brother Goodfellow to the world.
Brother Goodfellow, right?
If you
Fine.
read my write-up, you'll probably have a sense of what he's like.
I have
Because
read
what-
your write-up. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah,
So.
you're so full of shit, aren't you? Telling
No,
me
full of
who
shit.
this the other, and I can't remember what he's like. I think the clue is in his nickname. Just the sort of person he is, I think.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, there we are. We have all. I have 4 things I want to do.
Okay.
I want to.
I'm back, by the way.
I want to spend
Right.
some time with Brother Goodfellow.
Okay.
finding out about my calling.
Okay.
I want to have a chat with. I want to meet up with Sarah and say I have a bid for a fond farewell.
Okay.
In spite of Ulrich's best efforts. I want to. Third thing. I want to have a chat with. Oh, that's it. I want to have a chat with Ash about Felicia and get to find out a little bit about
Lady
how
Felicia.
a good-looking boy like him ended up with a fairy princess, elven princess. Sorry, and I want to sound out the guys to suggest to them that maybe for the sake of the well-being of the village, that Nathan Tightpocket might actually be someone who might be better if found a way of how can I put it, removing him from office before we leave, so that someone who's not going to screw the populace has a chance to take over.
Okay.
In a potentially terminal sort of way.
Okay. Completely non-lethal, right?
No, completely lethal. Dependent on.
Okay.
So far, I've had no bad
Just
experiences
making-
with this man, and I mean, he did protect the town in the end. So
I'm not
anything
talking
is-
to you. You've gone away. Just you sod off. I'm
Well, you
talking
just
to
said you asked the group, didn't you?
Yeah, but you're not there. So the group is Graham.
Well, I mean, the whole group has kind of split
Oi.
off. I thought at least anyway. Like
I mean,
everyone goes
I'm
off
not
to-
there either. So.
This was my main question. Is everybody staying together? Are you staying as a group, or do people actually want to go off and do other things first of all?
Well, those are the 4 things I want to do, but I'm not anticipating
Okay.
speaking to Julia because I thought she'd gone.
Okay. no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to Lingmar as well. So
Okay. On your own.
yeah,
Okay.
certainly
Ash,
better
what's-
than badly.
Ash, what plans do you have? Do you have anything you want to do?
Not really. I was just finishing the conversation off with Julia, and then I was going to head to Lingmel. That was about it.
Okay.
What day do we have today in the calendar?
What's the weather like?
Depends on which day you're asking.
Hey.
The only reason I want to know is because I might do something different if it's a different day.
So the day, I think it was Sovereign Day. The day where you guys were rushing back and found out Nathan is in charge. That was a Sovereign Day, which is a Monday.
Ah, okay, so it's not Blood's yet.
No, it's 5
Okay.
days away.
Yeah, okay, so no mind then. Well, then I will just be going with Lance and not because he can't take care of himself.
Plus, I've got to keep you close. Keep an eye on you, you know?
Yeah, sounds like a plan, Lance. You might find me more useful than the others.
Yeah, maybe not.
The question is, would we all be travelling to Lingmar together?
That's up to you guys.
I think so, yeah.
Thought so.
I anticipated, yeah. I thought we were, but unless I have to disappear to wherever Brother Goodfellow is.
I mean, I'm meaning because Ash is going, Ulrich's going, and I'm going because we're all planning on going to. Thing that you are doing for the Goodfellow and whatever in Nest.
Well, as I said, I've got the 4 things I wanted to do. Possibly a 5th, which would be to speak to the other trader in Linmel to see if whether he might be what his reaction might be to the fact that Nathan Tightpockets has taken control of the village. So how do you want to run it, Nick? You're in charge.
Okay. Well, if generally speaking, so Ash, did you say there was anything you wanted to do?
Well, I was seeing if there was going to be any more talking with Julia.
Okay.
I'm checking the Discord and nothing there yet, so I think I'm just going to like, right, ta-ra.
I figured that was the end of the conversation anyway, so
Oh, really?
my bad. Unless you want me to continue it, I can. But
That's all right.
I was gonna. Basically, at the end of that, I would just been disclosing the conversation anyway. So
Okay. Yeah, I'll be heading to Lingmel then. Just be chatting with the lads on the way down.
With good old
Okay.
Jack and Bill.
that's something
Ulrich, was there anything specific you wanted to get done or do?
Well, if I can like do it on, the thing is, I can't probably find blood anywhere, right, without killing chickens. And can I find some rats?
You can find whatever you want at this point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll try to like before I go like. I'll probably still have the rest of my sack, right? Because I didn't use it all of it for bandits. So I try to find some rats and find a quiet place, like make a offering or something, like in the back in the forest or something where no one can see it, of course. How much I go for how much is a candle? There's some candles.
You pick up a candle for like a copper piece, I think. They're not expensive.
Okay, I buy 12, maybe not 12. Just 12 candles.
Okay. Knock off 12 copper.
Yeah, so that's like 1 silver and to go back, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'd go and make a sacrifice, in the forest, and light the candles.
Okay.
Before I go.
Does any of us notice the shifty behaviour?
I mean, do you just kind of wander off into the forest
Yeah, you just
whilst you're traveling?
Before we travel. I don't know if the problem is, well, I can wait with it then. I'll probably go do it in the town again, in Lingmill instead then.
Okay. So you guys can add a new feature to your character sheets, which is what I've just posted.
New feature?
That you posted what on Discord or?
In
And
Roll20.
not.
Damn.
Well, that.
Got flanking, boys.
Hey.
Okay, so I guess the only question I have then
Nice.
is, are you guys literally upping and leaving and going straight to Lingmel? Are you going to hang around for a couple of days with Julia, help Julia out, and then go, or what's the plan? Are you leaving Julia?
How long's Julia deciding to spend here?
Well, there's a little bit of damage, but several of the houses are burnt down. But if you're on about fixing them, you're talking
Mines
about
ruined and
weeks,
whatnot.
not a couple of days.
I was thinking
it'd be
just
weeks to fix
to help
them.
people sort people's lives out to like some degree, so they've
Yeah,
got
I mean
somewhere to stay.
the
It's-
biggest issue at the moment is that Darcy is no longer there, and he's the carpenter. So in terms of like
Right.
fixing buildings and stuff, the
I wasn't
place is
thinking I
gonna
was going to
struggle.
be like a construction expert. Just like I said, more just getting belongings to people, and that making sure people are okay, help them come to terms with what's happened and stuff like that.
I can help them
I
cut
mean-
down a few trees and stuff if they want.
Yeah, I mean,
Think-
generally speaking, that sort of stuff will probably take in terms of like comforting people and like collecting belongings from buildings and that sort of thing, helping put out the fires. That would have only taken several hours.
I mean, I'll probably do that, like help out for the several hours, and then
Mhm.
head to Lingmore at midday or something.
Yeah, it wasn't masses of damage. There was several houses which were on fire and clearly burning and burnt down, but it wasn't like the whole village is on fire or anything.
I thought
Right,
that
okay.
the reason I was saying to Reese you weren't there was I thought that we'd agreed at the end of last week that the rest of us were going to go to Lindner.
Yeah.
I was only planning to stay like 2 days anyway.
Yeah.
For-
Well, that's why I was curious as to like finding out exactly what people are doing. If you actively wanted to split the party and leave Julia, or if you wanted to sort of give Julia her due and let her do what she wanted to do, and then all tag along.
Yeah, I think we all was a bit confused there or something.
Yeah, which is why I said we'd do it this session rather than finalising that last session. But okay, well, if there's nothing actively else that you want to do, Julia, do you want to go to Lingmel with them?
I want to see my significant character as well. Like I said.
Yeah, but you'll have time to
messaged
do
about.
that. You don't necessarily have to do that straight away, do you?
Well, I was planning to do it now for the light
Okay.
of events, mostly. But at the same time, I'm like, I can do it later if you want. It's up to you. I messaged you what I'm actually trying to get, which isn't much anyway.
Well, I'm trying to avoid role playing that right now because we can do that.
Yeah,
either
I
in
know.
Chat or something
Like I
afterwards.
said, you don't have roleplay. Like I said, to read over it. It's literally like 2 questions.
Okay.
That's all I want to ask.
Okay.
So, my 4 things. First thing is, at some stage, I want to see Brother Goodfellow and talk to him about what they've learnt and try and glean what that means in terms of abilities, spells, etc. Or start to glean that. Second thing was, I'm trying to remember that. Then I wanted to see Sarah. I don't know what her reaction might be. I don't necessarily particularly want to roleplay, unless you want to roleplay it. But basically, to bid her a fond farewell because I need to go to.
How fond of farewell are we talking? Because I might not want to roleplay that.
Go on, give it a go, Nick.
Might be
Well,
a
it
little
depends
awkward.
how well we were getting on, but I thought the idea being that she was I was her
She's-
current sweetheart.
She's very receptive of you.
She doesn't say anything, but she doesn't say anything.
She seems.
In our time together.
I mean, she's not going to like beg you to stay or anything like that.
Okay.
Mainly because I don't want you to stay, because that would ruin the adventure if you settled down
That's
with
fine.
the first chick you've bumped into.
No. Well, I wasn't planning on that. I was.
No, no.
My plan was very much to tell her that to basically to see how far I could get with her and keep reminding her that my name is Paragon and that her Paragon would love her always, and then push up Diva. So I'm trying to build a network of women who all
Right.
have this about
You're
Paragon.
building a harem, basically.
But yeah, basically one in every town, but they all know me as Paragon. Okay,
Got ya.
that's
Okay.
the
Yeah,
plan. So we're not going to role play that.
yeah. I don't think we need to.
I'd like to have a chat with Captain, how come a good-looking boy like you ended up with an elf princess? Because I'm just amazed. How do you? I mean, you were a nice bloke and all that, but Gordon Bennett, what on earth are you doing with a cute chick like she must be? Because that other woman was dazzling. How'd you manage that? Because I could do with a few tricks. Whatever it is you've got, could I have a pint of it?
Well, maybe. Some blokes just need a bit of help now and again, don't they? And I was down having a look at one point, and she was helping out. That's pretty much it.
Well, and one thing led to another, and you ended up marrying her.
Married her, yeah. Had to get a ring on it quick.
So are there any little captive babies running around? Then?
Never got a chance to have kids, I'm afraid.
That's a shame. So what happened to her? Because it sounded really sad. I was quite cut up for you.
It's a bit of a gruesome tale, to be honest.
Well, we've got all this time on the road, but if you'd rather not tell me, say, bugger off, you pig ignorant little shit, and I'll bugger off. But if you're happy to chat about it, I'd really like to know.
Just trying to find me bloody notes at the minute.
It's in there somewhere.
somewhere.
That's how well he knows his character, guys.
I didn't actually write this bit up, did I? The meeting.
I think we did. I think we went over it.
So should we stay in the town for like one day? Yeah, like plans, or should we go today?
We're already on our way down to Lingmel, aren't we?
I don't know. I can't find out really. Yeah, we can go today.
Is it that one? Or that one?
I'm a little bit confused, but this is me.
That's the later in a minute.
I'm going to start
I mean,
referring.
I'd say I'll make this clear. In that sense, are you guys going to wait for me or not?
That's all I was asking.
Yes.
And we are going to wait for you, right?
Yeah, we can do that. That's that. In which case, I'll have to play the game. Ask me questions about Nathan in a different way.
Yeah, okay, we stay. It makes also kind of sense because some of us are wounded as well, so we need to like rest and stuff.
Ah, you guys are adorable.
Well, I'm wounded on a nightly basis, but that's another story.
Yeah, so when we stay in the town and like get to the evening, I like do what I told you, Nick. Right?
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
No, you're right.
Okay. Good.
I'm going to start referring to Jack as Lance Private.
That's what?
Lance Private.
Lance Private.
Well, anyone that's been in the army knows what that means. So I'm putting you down, basically, Ulrich.
Yeah, he's
Because a Lance Corporal is a junior corporal,
Yeah,
so a Lance
I like-
Private, a junior private.
and it isn't a thing.
Calling Lance Private and saying it's a very important role for you, Lance Private. You're in charge, Lance Private. All right, Lance Private? So that's what I'm going to do. But I don't know whether he'll know or not. So just so
It's
you
fine.
understand, not necessarily.
He doesn't need to understand. That's
Lance
the beauty
corporal
of it.
is under a corporal. A corporal is higher than a private. Private is the bottom rank. So if you're a lance private, it means you're below the
In
bottom
all honesty,
rank.
I'm actually surprised
That's the
there are
joke.
several sessions in and no one's questioned the fact he's giving us all actual like military titles. Considering his age as well, so he probably hasn't been in the military before.
Yeah, it's like, how do you know these titles? Like,
I'm just a smart kid. It hadn't occurred to me that I wouldn't. I'm just a smart kid. There you go.
Dreamed of being a soldier one day. That's why he joined the militia.
read a lot of books about the militia, right?
Something like that. So if we got a bit of a gen on Felicia, the lovely Felicia, are you going to share anything with us or not?
What do you want to know? What was it you're after?
You want to tell us? I would just want to know. I mean, how you met her and how she died, and whether or not there's anything I can do to murder the bastard that killed her, or maybe she just died of natural causes. I don't know, but I thought it sounded like a sad story when we were speaking to the princess.
Well, I didn't realise she was a princess at the time. To be honest, she was just a lovely little elf lady. Yeah, I was introduced to her by my old captain, Nath. Took me in, he did. Showed me the ropes and all that. Took care of me after me time on the streets. Met this beautiful elven lady. We just clicked instantly. Then at the age of 19, decided to marry her. Together for 8 years. And then we discovered, me and Nath, discovered about a group of people called the Red Hand. And
Yeah, Jack seems to know a bit about the Red Hand.
I know, yeah. That's why I'm keeping a close eye on him. trying to. If you can help me out with that as well, that'd be nice.
Certainly can, Cap.
Make sure he's not doing anything a bit dodgy.
Why? What's wrong with the Red Hand? Who are these buggers?
They seem to be a highly influential.
Nailed it.
Keep trying.
Important. Yeah, I'm with you, Captain.
We know what you mean.
Yeah. So they're in with like the statesmen and stuff.
It's a bit of a
the
secret
assassins.
society.
Pardon?
Assassins, a secret society, you mean?
It seems to be.
Yeah, all right.
Even me just talking about it, it puts us at great risk. Because we got a bit too close to them, I think. That's when they decided to take out my love and send a message. Quite a brutal message. They displayed her body on the central stone of Bloodstone.
So what did you do that was able to get them so upset them so much?
We asked the wrong questions to the wrong people, I suppose. And yeah, made ourselves targets. We shouldn't be doing that again.
If you need someone to watch you back there, I'm there for you, Captain.
Well, I haven't seen any signs of them recently.
How do you reckon that young Jack knows about him? Mr. La-di-da in the corner.
Well, maybe this deity or whatever it is that's talking to him. Maybe that's a link to the Red Hand.
All right.
Maybe he's like indoctrinated or something.
You think they've got even powers beyond the deities and all that?
Well, they could be using that as like a cover. You know, certain magics to get inside someone's head. Could be quite simple.
Definitely don't sound like guys you want to piss off then.
Exactly. You don't.
Well, I better keep an eye on our little friend Jack then.
Yeah.
We all better keep an eye on him in a brotherly, friendly sort of way.
Exactly, yeah. We're all going to be one big family. One big happy family.
But trust him about as far as you can spit. Yeah, I understand.
So what about yourself anyway, Forbes? What's all the whipping about? Never brought it up before.
Well, it goes back to my childhood. It's my father. Whenever I did something wrong, he used to make me whip myself and pay penance for all of the things I did wrong, and everything I did was wrong. So I kind of have to.
So,
Wrong chat, by the way, Nick.
Oh, was it?
Glad to you're in at least then.
Just yeah, I just posted it on the first one that was there. My bad.
So
Hey again.
It's gonna.
Well, that's super annoying.
it's literally, I was so into that I didn't actually notice the timer on it.
No, I didn't either. Otherwise, I'd have said something.
Yeah.
My bad.
And there's a game that. What was our captain? Oh, Captain, where are you?
Captain, my captain. There he goes.
There's our Captain.
Yeah, my dad didn't like me very much, so whenever things went wrong, I had to pay penance. Part of my penance was being properly punished. So he used to, first of all, when I was young, he used to punish me, and then he made me punish myself. So it's just something that I find I have to do at the end of the day is pay penance for all of the things I've got wrong, because I get a lot of things wrong, Cap.
Right. So was your old man a bit of a holy man?
Well, he thought so, but he wasn't very nice to my family, apart from my sainted brother, who he loved. So whenever anything went wrong,
It was your fault.
I got the blame. So yeah, he's a man. Let's just say I had to leave home because life wasn't easy with him.
Yeah, definitely doesn't sound like a very pleasant upbringing. Although saying I didn't really have the fondest ones either. So
What happened to you, big guy?
I grew up in a circus.
Oh yeah.
Aye, and
Says he had a bad upbringing, eh? Grew up in a fucking circus. Right, carry on.
Were you a trapeze artist or a clown or just did you just shuffle the shit for the animals? Or what sort of
no, my father was the ringmaster, so
all right.
so
Wow. How cool is
we
that?
kind of grew up in that life, but he always beat me. He never thought that either me or my brother would have done a huge amount to try help out in the circus. So I got beatings as well, and he was later in life he got to be quite a drunk as well. So because obviously the amount of stress that he had to live through, and I didn't really leave on by my own personal choice. So.
Well, if it helps, mate, I can always give you a good whipping because when I finish me, I can always do you as well if you like.
No, you're all right.
Okay, no, it's fine. Each to their own.
Fuck's sake.
I did not want to get whipped by Forbes. Holy shit, no.
Funny as it is, that's a very heartfelt offer.
Ash's face. Gold. Comedy gold. Sorry. All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. Each to their own. But it's tough. I know what it's like. You've got somebody common there, big guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tough. So what happened to the circus?
Well, from what I gathered from it, my dad took a loan from these people, and they couldn't pay it back in time, so they kind of got to the point where they got so pissed off with him, they just kind of murdered and then burned down the circus. So.
Jeez.
Yeah. Just kind of, and then of course, me and my brother tried to run away, and so did my mother. But I honestly don't actually know if they're still alive to this day.
Did you not investigate this at all?
I mean, at the time of it, I was like 16, so I was quite young. And then since then, I came to Nesta and just kind of just hung out with the village around and done a couple of things around the village and never really done an awful lot. It was when the village elder died that I decided to maybe join in the militia and maybe try to chase it up and see if whatever happened to them.
So where was this in the realm? Where was the circus based, or was it travelling circus?
I honestly don't know, because I never really paid much attention to where we were. I mean, I knew we travelled to cities and all that, but I never really knew their names or anything like that. Because obviously I was only a kid, growing up in it.
You're not worried about somebody noticing you? Coming after you to finish the job, that sort of thing.
Honestly, I've never really thought too much about it. Because obviously, I mean, we were only kids at the time. They probably just thought I'd die out in the wilderness. It's quite amazingly lucky that I didn't.
That's really sad. Really sad, mate.
I'm arrived. Thank you for waiting. Must have been a bit inconvenient for you.
I
What
wasn't
waiting for you?
Not at all, Lady Julia. Not at all. You're a queen amongst queens, and you obviously love this village.
Thank you. She gives like a small little bow, basically. Is Mr. Jack here? Or are we waiting on Ms. Welby?
I don't actually know where he's wandered off to. I've not really seen him.
Afterwards, I've done what I've been doing. Can I get some pizza of paper and some ink?
You're on mute, Nick. But I guarantee that was a yes.
Yep.
He's doing all this side, yeah.
And I will do this before I go. It will probably be a really bad idea, but I will do it anyway. I will whisper you what I will be doing. Hope the other one sees this.
Gonna be a letter written in blood for Nestor.
I genuinely look forward to it.
We will be back.
There's going to be no rats. That's for sure. The cats are going to go home.
Yeah, and I will walk up to the others and, hey, what have you guys been doing?
Oh, we were waiting for you.
Waiting.
Yeah, just shooting the breeze, you know.
If we're all here, we should, I guess, be on our way.
Yeah, it's good you waited for me at least. It's nice of you.
Well, I mean, you all waited for me after all. It's the least I could do, I guess.
You're special, but if I'm honest, we were waiting for the lovely Julia, and you happen to be here. But that's fine. That's fine. You're in charge. Remember? You're in charge, and I won't forget that. You're a fine man. So can I just ask, what do we make of this fella Nathan, fat bastard? Yeah. he seems like an absolute arse to me, and he's going to leave. Quite possibly leave your village.
I mean,
state, mate. What do you think, Julia?
I mean, he saved the town, and I haven't had seen any problems with him. I mean, seems like an alright man.
From what I've gathered, he seems to always want to try and make a bit of money. So maybe I'll do right by Nestor and just try and get more income coming into the town. So
it sounds, for my where I came from, it was quite common that people moved up in the world, and it's probably fine.
The only thing that worries me is he's very about the money, isn't he? So that means he's very easily brought.
Well, you got all these people, and they've all been had their crops ruined, and you've got a bloke who basically, from what I can understand from the bloke in Lynmel, he charges at least twice as much as for the same goods as you can pay for in Lynmel. So if he's going to end up with a vice-like grip and in charge, he's going to be screwing these buggers over, and they haven't got any crops.
Could that perhaps be because Nestor isn't as visited as much, so he has to try and make more money, maybe?
Well, if you say so, lovely Julia, if you say so. But
I mean, I don't have much world experience, but I figured Nietzsche should make the same, maybe the same money in it, surely?
If I had guess, it's probably because nobility sometimes do that to a person.
Well, fleece them.
If he thinks he can get more money out of the town, yeah.
Well, maybe the next time we're back, I hope you're right, Julia. But if maybe the next time we're back, if he's the bloke I think he is, I think the place is going to be thoroughly screwed. But if you feel comfortable walking away from that, and you think it's safe to leave that kind of bloke in charge, then I don't know him well enough to comment. But I must admit, I met him.
I know him less than you guys, really. I mean, you seem to have like Did you have a bad experience with him? Did he do something to us, or?
You could say that.
He just doesn't seem like a very nice person.
I mean, it did charge us an awful lot for pretty much anything we wanted of him. So, I mean, even Valen down in Lingmount said so. He charged us. Bugger! He charged us
I'm not great with the income of places and trade value and so on, so I'm not really sure that's right. But
he screwed Snabe over as well, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
And he's one of our oppos. You don't go screwing with many oppo of mine. I don't like that.
Well, he tried to screw him over. Saber sort of talked him out of it.
But the problem is we can't. I don't think we can, guys. He's in his every right to do so now because he's like in charge and he can do he's like Prince, was it? Like give him the right to set the taxes as he get to.
Yes, the prince gave him permission to rule over the town. So even if we wanted to do so, I don't think we can anyway. So I think he'll be fine. I mean, as they say, you should always give someone at least a chance, isn't it?
We're a lovely, trusting lady, and you, and that does you great credit. I just thought he was a robbing bastard, but apart from that, I'm sure he's lovely. And you don't get to be that size unless you eat too much. You might say, and I'll leave it there. What do you think, Lance Private?
I think he's ignoring you.
I don't blame him.
It's story of my life.
I think in the light of things, either way, we should probably still listen to Lance. He seems to be the most logical in situations. If we're going in a group, we should have a leader at least, someone to make final decisions.
I did try my best. Trying to keep you all safe.
And we've always got the Lance Private's wise advice as well, just in case.
Just to show us what not to do, yeah?
Lance Private?
Yeah, Jackie boy.
Oh, yes, Jack.
Yeah.
These two between them seem to know about military ranks, so that I honestly don't have any idea what that actually means. So.
I mean, I know the basics, but some of them do elude me. Anyway, shall we move on then? I believe we were going to Lingmail.
Yeah.
We certainly were, yeah.
Do you want to do the bit with Brother Goodfellow off camera?
Yeah, we'll do it afterwards if you're able to do so.
So traveling to Lingmail.
All right. Okay.
We found the corpses of the bandits.
Huh?
Do we find the corpses of the bandits?
The ones that you left in the woods?
Yes.
No. There's blood, but no bodies.
Interesting.
We may have made some game in the area.
Might have fed something, yeah.
A dragon?
What this early on?
A baby dragon.
Pretty sure a wormling will kick our asses, guys, to be honest.
I think anything with a CR of like a half would kick our asses.
You got to stay positive. We can take anything we can.
We'll have a chat after Ulrich about it. Cool. So you guys are on your way to
About what?
about whatever you've just posted to me.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't like it already.
Probably not actually as foreboding. It's probably the same thing as what like Dave's doing. So.
We don't notice anything like different about Jack at all, do we?
In what sense?
Like his attire or anything? Like, is it
Got any blood in them?
anything fresh that shouldn't be on him? Like fresh bloodstains or
I was
anything?
going to say like syphilis or.
Jesus, not that far.
Colours
No,
were black and now they're red. Weird.
not really.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Did he shave? Was he shaved this morning?
He's 15, so he doesn't really need to.
Not yet.
How many hairs has he got in his head?
Oh, Rick, how many hairs do you have on your head?
Several.
All right. Anyway, we're on the Timberlands map. Good. All right. So let me get this down here. There we go. And so traveling down to Lingmel again. Okay. I mean, it's only, like I said, it's half a day's journey. So leaving in the morning.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I would assume
Yeah.
so. Yes.
Evening time. So I'm assuming there's probably a day that's passed, right?
Run about.
Okay. You all owe lodgings,
That's fine.
which I have to work out because I can't remember what it was.
Did I was going to say, did I,
I mean,
not
I'm just saying,
get
I did try
lodgings
to
for-
strike a deal with Barman Buggy.
Also, did I not get lodgings for a week as well? Or how
You
long's passed?
Bought it for
since
2 weeks
then?
that we had downtime for.
Oh.
Has
Okay.
Julia still got my keys to my shack?
I assume so.
Maybe. Maybe indeed.
Um,
I'm assuming if
can't
you stated you were
remember
going to be
where I
staying anyway, I'm assuming you just gave them back.
Yeah, I wouldn't have offered them if I thought we were like staying and
I
stuff.
have so many books.
If I can remember, it's like
Yeah, I'll keep hold of them if you want.
8 copper or something. No, maybe not that much.
It was a very nice abode after all that.
I won't be sleeping in the barn because it's been burnt down. So I'll have to sleep in the hotel. Well, the room.
Yeah, the inn, you mean?
I'll work it out
I
after.
think
I'll
that's,
do it after.
I reckon that's why he burned down the barn, so that
I don't know what book I've written in.
Yeah, you can have the key back, man.
So I'll do it after. I'll give you free lodgings. I don't care. I'm not.
I reckon
sitting
that's
there.
a suggestion.
Alright.
Cool. Okay, so you make your way down there. On approach, everything seems relatively normal. There does seem to be. I mean, where are you going first of all? So Lingmel, in case I didn't describe it, or I'm pretty sure I have. So Lingmel is basically a mainly elven town. So most of the buildings there are more slender and eloquent. Elegant. God, what eloquent fucking speech. Elegant. Yeah, so everything just a little bit more sleeker. It's kind of a mismatch because there's human buildings there as well, which are very much more, as we see them today, a bit more rigid and sort of structurally sound, or seem to be structurally sound. The elven stuff seems to like intermingle with the wildlife a bit better, so their gardens and things are a bit more luscious, that sort of thing. But basically, the Lingmel has a palisade, so it's effectively walled off. It's got this big wooden palisade that sort of encompasses the town, and it's kind of on the side of a hill. So when you come into it from the road, you sort of come through the big gate, the big wooden sort of. There is no gate, but there's a gateway. So you can just walk straight in, and it opens up into like a plaza area, which is just like a muddy thing where they have like marketplaces, market stalls, and that sort of thing. Will pop up every now and then. It's probably where they have like festivals and that sort of thing. On the right hand side, you've got the inn/tavern, which then opens out, and you would imagine that this extends out into like a beer garden on festival days and that sort of thing. And then on the left is where you've got like a few shops, which is where you've got Barlin's shop. And then after that, it sort of goes off and it goes downhill, and then that's where all the sort of settlement area is. So you've got all the houses and things. So I don't know if I explained that last time, but.
Can we go and check, Captain? Maybe we should check on our fellow ex-militia, see how they're getting on, because that fellow was in a bad way, wasn't he?
Yes,
Should probably inform them of their new employment.
Yeah.
Or lack of it.
They could join us if they really wanted.
We could tell them about the jobs up in
Masterton.
Masterton.
Yeah. Good thought, fella. Good thought.
Might be thankful for it.
And you never know, Graham. You might even be able to learn how to shoot a bow and arrow. Just a thought.
Maybe. So I can shoot you in the back of the head.
Make a note as well. How far is
That's
it from
me as
Lingvale
opposed to
to
Paul.
Masterton? I'm assuming it's a half a day as well.
It's about half a day, yeah.
Okay.
It's on the map. Everything's measured up on the map.
Oh.
8 miles.
I don't know what that translates time-wise, but okay.
How long does it take
I
you
mean,
to
how
walk 8
much
miles?
do you?
Well, that depends.
Well, not really.
What, like whether you're taking a bike, a car, or
Yes. Exactly.
We'll drive there. It'll be fine.
You can probably walk 8
We
miles
can get a
in
plane if you want.
2 or 3 hours or something. So
We probably have to have a litter to carry Jack along in.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Little sidecar with a basket in it.
So you can, according to D&D, you can walk an average of about 1.5 miles in an hour.
Jeez, that's
Okay.
slow.
That's
Wow.
not bad.
Mind you, we've got Snarby and he's only got little short
So it'll
legs.
take you about 5 hours to get there.
Not too bad.
About
Okay.
5.5, 6 hours, yeah.
Try
so
and
I
get track
said
time as well.
about half a day.
So when we get there, we're just going to check out the other guys at the militia first.
Okay, so where are you
Yeah.
going for that?
They're probably posted up still in the inn.
You can check it
Yeah.
out. Okay,
pardon?
You go
you can check it out.
check out the
Okay. Let's go check out the inn.
I'll like maybe. Yeah, I will go with them.
Okay, cool. So you go into the inn. You're fairly familiar with this place. You've been here before. As you walk in, there's this. He's not a big fellow, but he's a average-looking bloke. He's wiping down a bar, but down the bar. Lifts his head up. Oh, you're back. Hello, guys.
All right, mate.
Hello. It's a pleasure to see you again, sir.
Pleasure's all mine.
We never got your name. I'm sorry.
Gerald, you never asked.
Yeah. I apologise for last time. I'm Julia.
How rude!
Pleasure. How can I be of service, fellas? Is everything okay in Nesta?
Yeah.
What's
It was solved by the. Oh God, I can't remember the name. The Silver Arts?
Silver Guard.
Silver Guard.
That's all right, Jane. You get it eventually.
I don't hate you so much. But under new management now as well. The king has appointed, I believe, was his name Nathan? What was his second name again?
Fat bastard.
Nathan
Pocket.
Pocket.
You're muted, Nick.
Tight ass.
Thing. It doesn't unmute. I have to press it twice to unmute. It's annoying. I forgot what you said.
I said it was under new management by Nathan. And I couldn't remember a second.
Nathan, Tight Pocket. Yeah. That's
Yes,
his nickname.
that's what
It's not
it
his
is,
actual name, but
Big fellow. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, we did see there's a new notice board out front, in case you missed it.
So they've been down here as well then.
Yeah, a bunch of guys with shiny, sparkly armour, yeah.
Have they informed our fellow militiamen? I'm assuming then.
They're aware, yeah.
How are they doing actually? And on that fact, are they faring any better?
Well, Robert's absolutely fine. Finn is going to take a few days to recover. I would think maybe a month or two out, but he'll be okay. He'll live.
Good to hear.
They're in. He points off to one of the other rooms. They're in one of the rooms down there. If you want to speak to them, he points to the communal hall where you guys stayed before.
Nice. So, do you still have charge of this town, or who is in charge of this town now?
Nathan.
So Nathan's taking charge of Lingman as well. Then.
He's taken, from what I'm aware, he's under control of all of the villagers along the Arvadu.
Blimey.
Yeah, so he should have his silver guard down here as well, protecting this place.
I mean, they came and went.
It's not really the best, is it, for you guys?
Well, we're used to it, I guess.
Well, if you've got any business for us, we'll happily take it up.
Well, I'll keep an ear out in case I hear anything. I have actually been having some trouble myself. Bit of a strange one, bit of a mystery. I mean, I was enraptured by everything that was happening, but it turns out everyone knows where this is going. I'm just watching everyone's faces as they're like, "Oh God, here we go." Two of my chickens. One of them's disappeared completely. One of them was, brutalized in the back garden. It's spooked the other two that I had. They're kind of spooked out. They've been acting a bit strange. I don't know what it was. Something must have got in. But I've got big fences here because I've had problems with wolves and foxes and things beforehand, and so I've put these fences up. But there was it doesn't look like anything's tried to dig through or a complete mystery to me.
Could be. Jeez.
No, I've moved my Betsy, my cow. I've moved her off to one of the ranches just outside of town.
Good decision, that. So if it's not an animal or anything, it could be like a sicko out there somewhere.
Well, I mean, it was pretty gruesome.
I mean, there's no tracks or anything inside the pens or whatnot.
That'll be bad. You get traumatized chickens, you get no eggs from them.
I mean, there's a couple of coin in it for you guys if you can work out what it was and put an end to it or put a stop to it.
Well, I mean, we have no work on them. Might as well look into it.
Yeah, might as well check it out. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't.
It's just face.
I can't hold it.
I can't stop laughing.
What did you say the innkeeper's name was again?
Gerald.
Gerald.
Yep.
Gerald, big witcher.
I'm sure there's nothing. Can't be. It must be an animal or something.
Yeah, it must be some kind of animal, you'd have thought, wouldn't you, Jerry?
It's not normal.
I assume so. I mean, it's a bit strange because there's no. I couldn't find any like track marks or any entry points. Complete mystery
I
to me.
spent some time in my young years hunting animals, and that perhaps I could find something.
Is there any signs of like black goo?
Black goo?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
At least not when I saw it.
We're definitely gonna have to check that out just in case.
I would appreciate it. It was.
Gerald?
It was.
It could be big rats or something. You never know.
Gives you a little like what? This happened that when you guys shot off. I went out that morning after
when we were here.
And well, it must have been that night. I would have thought, yeah.
Wow.
I'm amazed we never had anything then.
No, I mean that's what is kind of weird. It
Just crosses her arms and stops to ponder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Forbes
there
isn't
was
going to
no
say
screaming
anything,
or
but what
shouting
he's
from
thinking is, well, that that mad woman who can turn into other animals, maybe she changed shape and shape changed into some kind of monster and ate it while she was in monster form. That's what's going through my mind.
Well, you're thinking it was.
Are you thinking that?
Just say Julia at that point stops doing what she does and just looks at you like.
No, I don't. I'm not.
You haven't said it.
I'm saying that's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it out loud.
I know. Oh, okay.
I think that would be playing it. That would just be dumb. That's spelt it out, but that's where my thoughts are going.
It wouldn't be the first time, mate.
I'm looking suspiciously at Julia.
Guys, I'm so sure we have more important things to do than. Of course, we need to find the chickens, but we also have to meet up with the silver guards and.
Well, I mean, there's no rush. I mean, we are out of a job after all. I mean,
We actually don't have any job anymore, guys.
After all, Geralt did help us out when we were here.
Exactly.
And they helped out the other militia guys since.
Yeah, I mean, Robert said he'd look into it and he'd deal with it, but he's not in any sort of shape at the moment. He's still nursing a pretty nasty wound.
We'll check on them now. Yeah, we'll look into that. I'm curious, I have to say.
Mate, we'll do what we can while we're here. We've got to go to Masterton fairly soon to try and get some work, but while we're here, we'll do anything we can to help. What do you reckon, Captain?
Yeah, I'm up with that. Find out who or what's been doing this.
Well, I'm sure it's just an animal. It's really awful.
Terrible thing.
But the question is, what animal? Anyway, should we go see Robert then?
Yeah.
A Dane.
Terrible at keeping a straight face, mate.
It's impossible. I can't.
I can't think of anything more fun.
It's
than
actually
the party
sounds
hunting down
awful
one of
to
their
me.
own.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm really bad at lying so, in real life, so not good.
I want to incite him as well when he's saying this because this seems like a shift of character, right? But it just seems.
No, it just seems like he's just giving really stupid answers.
Right.
Trying to play dumb.
Yeah.
Not trying to play dumb, he's just giving really stupid points. You're going to see Robert and Finn.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Or as we like to call him, Bob.
What?
Bob.
Mr. Robert.
All right, young Bob.
If he's
let's go and
alive
Let's go
and
see
awake,
Bob.
anyway.
Okay.
See how he's getting on.
So when you come in, it's the same two guys. There's one who you assume is Finn because he's the one that's more grievously wounded. He's in one of the beds. He's sort of wrapped up and bandaged up and isn't conscious at the moment. Robert is sitting down on one of the chairs on the other side and he's sort of stringing a bow at the moment. He looks up. Oh, hey guys. Welcome back.
Hey.
Everything okay, Nesta?
Nice to see you doing all right, anyway. But yeah, Nesta's had a shift. Sure, you know about that.
Oh, we heard something about it. Yeah.
We stayed helped out of it as well to help the people under Julia's advisement.
Okay.
Luckily, only a little bit of the town was burnt out, destroyed.
I see. You managed to save it then.
Well, it was
Not quite. By the time we got there, the Silver Guard had already killed what was in the town. Although we did find a group on the way.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Okay. Oh, no offense, you guys just don't. I've probably said too much.
We don't. What?
You just didn't strike me as the sort of. I mean,
Strong types.
Well, yeah.
We all have our own ways of defending ourselves.
Oh, well,
but,
I agree. I'm just saying, my patrol was just a bit more experienced than you guys seemed. You seemed very green,
And look what happened to it.
and that's why I was very concerned.
Okay.
Thank you.
We took out an ambush on the way back, but by the time we got back, it was all already done and dusted, and these big bloke in shiny armour were going around pouncing about, telling us they've got a new job and that we were out of a job.
I see. Yeah, we heard about that as well. It's probably a good thing they showed up. You know, I haven't been
Actually,
what would
guys,
happen
it
if
could be
you guys had
that
to take one on your own.
Red Band was here in the town. Who knows? Maybe
Red
they
Hand.
Yeah, Red Hand, sorry, not Red Band. Started off killing chickens to scare people.
That seems a bit low for them, though.
Why would they kill chickens?
I have no idea about anything you just said, but I guess Gerald has spoken to you. He's having trouble with the chickens.
Oh yeah. Somebody's.
Sorry, by the way. I don't believe you've actually formally introduced. I'm Julia, by the way. Shoulder Anne.
Pleasure. I gathered that from the conversation. He shakes your hand. I'm Robert. Robert String. This is my companion Finn. Excuse him. He's recovering.
Hi.
But under the weather.
As well.
Just going to check up
Sorry.
on
This is Barlin, our trusty
Trick a sound.
trusty swordsman.
Balin.
Swordsman.
Balin. Barlin. I think it's
Come
this
on.
town, right? This town just completely messes me up. Right?
I mean,
Go on.
we sound completely different. Come on, man.
This one is Jack, a bit fidgety.
Young.
Mr. Forbes, and our captain, well, ex-captain, but captain to us, Mr. Lance.
Oh, there. Nice to meet you. Again.
Yeah, right you are.
came to check up on our fellow militia to make sure you were all right, and maybe to warn you that if you need some work, they're hiring people in Masterton.
For the Silver Guard.
Oh, I see.
What's your
Well,
view?
maybe we'll take a look and see what they're offering.
I mean, we were going to head up that way as well at some point, so...
Yes, if you wanted to tag along with us, more than welcome.
I think I'm going to stay with Finn for a bit. He's going to take some time to recover. We've been through a lot.
That's understandable. My brothers, yeah.
No.
No,
not brothers, but...
no, like brothers.
Oh, brothers in
That
arms,
bond,
I see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Band of brothers.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen a few things. He's going to take some time to recover. He should be okay, saving any infections and stuff. But it's always best to make sure. I wouldn't want to leave him. He deserves better than that.
How long do you reckon it'd take to recover?
It's hard to say. A couple of weeks, a month, maybe, before he's back on his feet.
Is there a good healer around this little village?
I mean, the villagers are doing the best they can. There's a herbalist in town. And they've had a look and they've been very helpful.
That's good to hear.
Well, good luck, and hopefully we'll see you again. Maybe in the new business with the Silver Guard bunch.
Maybe. Let's hope so. Thanks again for helping. Anyway.
Did you get any ideas about this chicken business?
No, I mean I've had a look round. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging or anything, but I'm normally pretty good at tracking things. I've tracked many animals in the woods. That was kind of my role in the team. There's nothing. I don't know. There's no break-in points. There's no obvious signs of like animals or animals that aren't meant to be there. One of the chickens is just completely missing. The other one has been slaughtered. Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Any ideas?
Maybe one of the patrons got very hungry.
Seems right. Okay.
Seems a bit wasteful just to kill one, though. I don't know. really annoying. Hello.
Yay!
Super annoying. I was literally just about to say I'm going to start a new one, but anyway. Did anyway.
I did message you like, yeah, there's only 2 messages.
I pull Lance's arm and like I need to talk to you
Was it Jackie boy?
alone.
Okay.
We walk back out somewhere and no one can hear us.
We're not back. We're not back in 5 minutes, Dave. Forbes, come find me.
Presume dead.
We'll go on ahead to.
Can we do this outside somewhere else?
Right in front of everyone, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
we'll
Yeah,
move
you
behind
can-
the
you can go off.
canopy and we'll have a look up, see if we can find anything on ahead of time.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Finn, you said your role in the militia was hunting and tracking. Would you be able to give me any pointers into using a bow or something?
Yeah, I'm sure I can. He points down. He's bandaged around the waist. If you remember, he had some sort of wound in his side. He's trying to string his bow. He's struggling to do it at the moment because he's got no sort of strength in his in one side. He just looks at you and goes, I'm more than happy to give you pointers and stuff. I can't draw a bow at the moment, but I can show you some things. Sure.
That would be grand, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Anything else?
Anyone?
Anybody? No.
Just watching the amazing facial expressions of 2 people.
So
Great.
looking forward to this.
It's like, oh boy.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to druidcraft. I'm going to druidcraft like sunflower and some like white tulips.
Okay.
It's like a get well soon. Yeah.
He takes them. Thank
Something
you.
for him to nice to wake up to, you know,
Right.
after light events.
He puts them down on Finn. I'm sure I'll tell him you said hi. I guess.
Give him my best and say, well, hopefully we'll meet up again in Masterton.
I just love giving flowers to everyone. It's great.
I've got a flower.
Yours is special, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not another one like yours. So remember that.
Oh, okay.
That you know of.
Very true.
The whore!
You probably know my flowers were built after a while as well.
Yeah.
I do believe in druidcraft. I can reinvigorate them, I believe, can't I?
Yeah, they don't last forever. Right. Are we done?
Not completely yet.
No, yeah.
No. Well, they do.
I meant everyone else.
Actually, what they do that? Do you want to just go to the
Yes.
chicken pot then?
Yeah, should we go check out the chickens?
Okay.
See if we can find anything.
All right.
I'd like to do some you know, on the listening
Oh boy,
how to use a short bow as well. On those tips.
Sorry, I can't hear you, Dave.
I'd like to also listen in on the tips on how to use a short bow
Okay.
because it's a simple weapon. I was just checking.
Yeah. He's quite happy to sort of give you guys some pointers. Start training up that.
Okay. But anyway, let's go chicken plucking.
All right.
I think you're breaking Ash O'Rourke.
So,
Backyard is-
so the backyard is quite large. It's mainly sort of like dirt and sort of like a gravel type of thing out there. But yeah, as you go out, it looks like everything's been cleaned up. So there's no blood anywhere. In the back, there's like a chicken coop / shelter thing. It's basically got 2 doors on it. One you assume is where said cow would sleep or be, and then the other side is like a chicken coop. because it has like a little chicken door which they can run out. Yeah, other than that, there doesn't seem to be a bit of a mystery.
Just the Lance Private start to lick his lips.
The first thing I want to do is I want to check the fences. Right, I guess would be the first thing.
All
Check
right.
the fences and the walls.
I'm not going to make you roll for it because there's nothing to find.
It's all been cleaned up.
It's a bit odd.
Oh crap! I don't know. This is not good.
What's happening?
Oh, he's crying. No. Oh, you're making it worse for me, isn't it?
There's no holes or anything, so it can't be like a badger or something, or a badger, a fox, or something like that.
Yeah. It's a bit of a mystery, for sure.
You know, wolf would, as he said, there'd be the most logical thing, but there would have to be some point of entry. So
I reckon it was some pissed up vandals.
You say that there's some really high fences. Do you think some Mr. Vandals could jump that?
I guess it could be a human of some sort, but I mean, for one, why would they do that? And two, how would they get back it? For one?
I mean, how high is the fence?
It's about 6 foot.
Jeez.
It is an incredibly high fence, then. So it'd have to be a pretty big guy to be able to get over them.
It'd be an effort, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could. A human could do it. Animals would probably struggle.
I'm assuming you could just unlock the gate, though, can't you? Or open the gate.
The gate is barred and locked. It's padlocked. From the inside. So
yeah, I see. Okay, so yeah, there'd have to be someone tall.
Or multiple people, but humans could do it because you could work in tandem, and we're quite adept at climbing as a species. But yeah, it's unlikely to be an animal.
I mean, could it perhaps be one of the elves? I mean, elves are taller than most humans, plus it's more of an elven home.
Elves are shorter than humans.
But elves are taller.
No.
Average elven height is 5'8", I think. Humans are like 6'1" in the book.
I think that's around 6
For males, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, okay.
They're short. They're shorter in D&D.
We're probably looking at least someone of average height. Or two small people. I just can't see what their motive would be.
I mean,
what do they gain from killing a chicken?
Is there any big buildings around the back of the inn that can see around in the area?
The way I've seen this, at least anyway, this is like up against the wall. I'm assuming. There's no other way into this yard. Next. I can't hear you.
I didn't say anything. I have nothing else to add. I think you all know what happened, so...
We did, but our characters
don't. Absolutely, so I don't know what you're expecting me to say.
I reckon the horse has bolted on this one. Looks like it must be vandals of some sort have broken in, but if they've cleaned up the mess, we've got no evidence, we've got no trail, we've got no footprints, we've got no chance.
Is there any big buildings around the back of the inn?
Yeah, there's a few, yeah.
Could we go out and knock on some people's doors, see if they've seen anything?
Yeah, no one's seen anything. Is there anything else anyone wants to do on this day, or do you want to call it a night on that one?
I'm pretty stumped.
Way worse for myself, just so you know.
I'm pretty stumped, so I have no idea. Should we go and find Lance and Jack? Or do you think they're still having a private conversation?
They'll have better insight than us. After all, Lance is more experienced than us.
Yeah, well,
Lance is giving him the benefit of his wisdom. Because he's maybe he's going to be a bit of a mentor for our young cretin. Lord Lardidar himself.
I think we'll go. Yeah, I think we'll go and find Lance now.
Okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to do on this day? Is there anything else anybody wants to say?
I'd like to go and
Assuming we
check
don't
out
find
the
them then.
trader who
Okay.
was competition for.
Balin.
What you mean? You mean
Yeah.
Balin
Yeah.
Okay.
and not Balin?
Yeah, but Balin's quite a tall man,
Balin.
but he's completely bald on top, and he has this massive, big, shaggy beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just tell him what's his reaction to Nathan Tightwad taking over.
Well, you know, when you said you were going to go down there and possibly take care of him, I didn't think you meant this kind of taking care of him.
No, neither did we. But we turned up and found out that the prince had made him captain,
Yeah,
made him the
he's-
boss of the whole place.
He's always a sly
Sorry.
one, always has been. Knows how to grease the right pockets.
All right.
Yeah.
So is he legit, or is he a bit of a bugger?
You're asking direct competition now here, mate. So I'm going to be ever so slightly biased, but he's an absolute slime ball.
Well, that's what I made of him. But the lovely Julia said he might be a nice guy. We should give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you could throw him, and have you seen the size of him?
Yeah, I couldn't throw him very far, to be fair. Don't think I could even lift him.
I wouldn't even try.
He certainly wouldn't fit in one of those sleeping bags that he gave us anyway. Maybe 3 of them if you stitched them together.
Maybe. Is
Well,
there any,
if you get any gossip about how he starts treating them, because I'm just a bit concerned that the whole of this area is going to go
Well,
to pot.
yeah, treating all of us, I guess. He's in control of everything, isn't he? I mean, sure. I mean, if you're around, I'll certainly always give you my 2 cents on him, or what he's been up to, anyway.
That'd be great, thanks.
My pleasure. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Don't think so. We've got to go and get a job in Masterton.
Yeah, I heard he was disbanding the militia.
What is the price of a tent?
Oh God, let me have a look. Continue. I'll look it up.
Okay. Sort of. I mean, does anyone else want to do anything else?
No, I think I'm going to go back to Vin and get them pointers and use in the shop.
Yeah, again, I'd like to go see the herbalist actually.
Okay. So the herbalist is actually set up outside of the town. There's a small trail just outside which goes off into the woods slightly, and there's like a little hut where the herbalist is basically stationed. Or where
Seems
she
most logical
lives.
place, to be fair.
It's just easier access to things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hello.
Hello, dearie.
Here we go.
It's a witch! Burn the witch!
Is there anything I can help you with?
Hi. No, I just like to ask a few questions. I mean, I have a bit of an interest in things like herbs and that. I've lived a fair time in the woods myself. And well, due to recent events and I'd like to be able to help my team, my friends more if I can. I was wondering if there's anything you could perhaps teach me to make something or something to help my friends, like heal their wounds a bit.
Oh, I can certainly try. I can show
my ill
you.
manners again. I'm sorry. I'm Julia Winter. Sorry.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
Thank you.
I can't see.
May I ask
anything.
what is yours, please, miss?
Oh, they just call me Crone.
It's an interesting name. It's kind of a bit like doesn't quite know how to take this.
Yes, well, I can certainly show you certain herbs and plants which have remedial effects. I can show you those things. Were you looking at being an apprentice for me? I'm getting old and frail, you see, and it is getting difficult to get around. I could do with someone who's young and sprightly.
Perhaps it could be I could come back every now and then. I need to. My friends and I are planning to join the Silver Guards at the minute. So I'll have to do that first, but I can stop by every now and then. That is an idea.
Well,
Perhaps for now I could maybe have some to read up on.
I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of books, but I don't know where you would get them around here. Maybe in one of the larger settlements, they might have some sort of library that you can benefit from.
Maybe there's one in Masterton?
I'm sorry, dear, I don't know where that is.
I do believe it's to the north. I'm not great with the geography of the land myself either.
Me either. I've always lived here. 80 years and going.
Wow, I kind of know what that's like a little bit. Perhaps I should come back another time.
You don't look 80. And if you do, you need to tell me your secrets. I think you should be teaching me.
I may have a few tricks up my sleeve, but I'm not 80.
Oh, to tell.
Perhaps you when I become your apprentice, I can let you in on a few.
No, dear, I insist. She grabs you by the arm and she sort of sits you round. She's got like a fireplace in the middle which has like a pot that's boiling. She pours out some water into this cup. She's like, here, have some tea.
Oh, I'm being kidnapped by an old woman. This is great.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask her?
We know what I'm doing for a while.
Yeah, was there anything else you wanted to ask her?
If I can, she got what would be the cheapest thing she's got for heating, like any heating poultices?
You're very quiet.
Would I be able to get any like heating poultices, and how much would they be?
Healing equipment. Yeah, I'll look into that now. I'm still looking at the other thing. Okay, we'll assume that you spend the next probably 2 or 3 hours there as she chats to you. Anything else anybody wants to do? What did you ask? A tent, was it?
Yes.
Tent's 2 gold pieces.
Oh God, we're gonna need money. Guys, we're broke. We need money badly.
No, I was just gonna head back to Finn.
You mean Robert? Finn's not really going to talk too much.
Yeah, Robert. Sorry.
You can talk to
anyone. So Julia, she doesn't have healing potions of sort. She's got more like healing salves and healing like poultices.
Yeah, so I said like poultices and stuff.
Right.
I figured that was what.
So you can get like a healing salve, which the way that works is it takes a minute to apply, but it does the same as a healing potion, which is 2d4 plus 2.
So kind of like the revised ranger a bit.
Sure.
The the mixed classing one, the multi-class one, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Okay.
So it operates in that sort of manner. It's going to be 15 gold pieces.
Fuck.
How much is a health potion these days?
How much is a health potion? Well, she doesn't have any, but health potions are about 50 gold pieces.
Holy.
Yeah, I ain't got that money. So I will have to come back to that. But this is definitely something I could perhaps learn and sell myself one day.
Possibly.
So, yeah, I'll I may be coming back.
Okay. Alright, so unless anyone else has anything else they want to do.
No.
Cool, alright. So Gerald is kind of sympathetic to your cause, so he says that he's willing to give you the communal room again for as long as you stay until you head to Masterton, basically. As long as it's short term. You don't abuse it. Free of charge, he's happy for you just to stay there. As like a gesture of goodwill, basically.
I like Gerald, he's a nice guy.
Indeed.
So the evening goes off, pretty much quiet without a hitch. In the morning, however, you're greeted to, or you're woken up by several screams, which are coming from the garden area. As you all sort of like jump up and rush out, you notice that Gerald's there. One of the maids has gone out into the back garden, and there now seems to be one of the chickens seems to have turned to stone.
What?
And that's where we'll leave it for today, guys.
What did you guys do?
There's a basilisk.
Oh, what the fuck?
So yeah, we'll leave it there.
What have you done?
Thanks everybody who watches, and sorry for the intermittent cameras, because they added a new feature to the program we're using, which is really, really annoying. But we'll have it fixed for next week. I'll work something out. We'll find someone else. So
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Who knows? I think our next game might be cancelled.
Wait, what?
Why
Next
is
week's?
that?
No, Ken's game.
Oh, I don't, yeah.
Oh.
Not interested.
No.
Um,
I don't
all right. Anyway, ending the stream. Thanks, guys.